How's it going, YouTube? I got a tobacco review for you tonight. The tobacco that we are reviewing is GLP's Union Square. It's a Virginia tobacco. It's a Virginia flake. I don't think it has anything else other than just Virginia. I think it's just a pure Virginia. I don't think there's any. Well, I don't think there's any stated perique or anything like that in it. The interesting thing about that I've been thinking about recently with American-made Virginias and European-made Virginias is how different I feel like they can be, and my preference in that. I think I prefer European-made in general. I think I prefer European-made Virginia blends. And I think there's two main reasons for that. Number one, I generally like the cut that you get in a lot of European brands. Maybe not all of them, but these are general terms. And I generally like the flavor. In my experience, I'm really gonna get in a lot of trouble in this video because I'm really speaking in broad generalities. I know that there's exceptions to all of these for sure. But in my experience, it seems like a lot of the European-made, I'll say that what I'll say is that the Virginia or Virginia Creek blends that I prefer are generally European-made. I was gonna go down a really general path that was gonna get me in trouble, so I decided not to go there. That's not to say that I don't like some American-made Virginia and Virginia Creek blends. I do. Definitely one thing that I prefer with the European-made ones is they just generally seem to be a thinner flake. Here's a piece of a flake. With this, I almost don't even try to fold and stuff. I know I probably could, but they're so meaty that I just don't feel like I will get the best results from it. With this tin, I haven't tried really any kind of a full. I might have maybe. I don't think I even did it once. So I generally just kind of break them up, do sort of like a broken flake type of thing. So not a fold and stuff, but definitely not like a fully rubbed out thing. And load that in the pipe. Now, Union Square. It's a good Virginia blend. This one is, well, it should be good. This one's 13 years old, almost 13 years old. It was probably 12 and a half years old when I opened it. This is from the middle of 09, July of 2009. So, tin note is kind of boozy, a little bit, like less fruity, more. I would say the two or three main tin notes that I get is going to be boozy, grassy, and just like a definite overtone of like sweet sugariness. You can smell the sweetness on it. It doesn't smell sweet. To me, it doesn't smell sweet in like a fruity sweetness way. Just like almost like if you were able to smell like a sugary, watery type thing. It's just that sweet smell. Yeah, so I would go, number one, boozy, number two, grassy, number three, in terms of levels of intenseness that I can get. The smoke not really that boozy to me. um, just more, that more grassy, subtle sweetness. Maybe like some, a little bit of sort of dark fruit type thing. Not to me, not overly complex, but I would say uh, very round and for Virginia, it's got a nice deep flavor. Probably a lot of that due to the age. Yeah, mainly like grassy sweet, but on a deeper level. I think if this was, less than 5 years old, I probably wouldn't be a big fan of it because I'm not the biggest fan of like the overly grassy Virginias. I like something with a little bit more depth, something a little darker flavor. This is a darker, grassier, sweeter flavor. Pipe I'm smoking tonight is my J&J Blowfish. Really nice little pipe. um, super pretty blast. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this pipe. Probably one of my nicer pipes. Uh, it's a good one. This was one of the ones where this is like my first real high, like I would call it high end pipe purchase. Yeah, I would say the tin description is it's pretty accurate. Says it's rich on the palate, involving in layers with clean, natural sweetness of pure tobacco. I can't really argue with that. It's just a pure, naturally sweet Virginia grassy tobacco. Uh, I can't really fault any of that tin description. I think it's right on point. Um, I don't think that this is gonna be one necessarily for me. um, I think I enjoy, Capstan a little bit more. I think I enjoy Astley's 109 a little bit more. Um, so the cut is a big thing for me. I like the Capstan cut. I like the Astley's 109 cut. I like that European cut. I just like I like the European style Virginia, Virginia blends a little bit better. I think I have I don't want to because I want to like the American ones better, but every time I think about Virginia Periques, my thoughts are dominated by European style blends. There's obviously a few American produced blends in there, but definitely dominated by the European produced tobacco. Tobacco groups or tobacco houses. I guess if McClellan was still around, it'd probably be up there with their Virginia tobaccos. Although I was never a huge fanboy of the McClellan Virginias. And they kind of have their own, they have their own style. They kind of are in in a class of their own, not a league of their own, but in a class of their own. It's hard to compare them with other Virginia tobaccos because they're so different, in my experience. Too much talking, not enough smoking. One other thing, I have slipped one of those rubber bits on one of my pipes and smoked it a few times. So there will probably be an update coming on that front. Maybe surprised, maybe you won't be surprised about the of the results of me using that. I badly want to talk about what's going on in Eastern Europe right now, but I'm going to refrain from that. I don't know. It's kind of put me in a. It's kind of put me in a weird mood. It's put me in a very melancholy mood. I don't know. I think, just for context, I think today is day 7 or 8 of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. But yeah. So, final thoughts on Union Square. I'm gonna say I like it. I don't. I don't. I'm gonna say I don't love it. I would definitely smoke it again. I would buy it again. Probably not gonna be one of those things I'm gonna buy a lot of. I'll buy a few tins here and there just to have a little, just a little variety. Like, love the variety. I think it's an excellent Virginia tobacco. I think that it does. I think that the tin description matches my experience almost to a T. And I will say that I have not had an unpleasant smoke of Union Square yet. If you like Virginia tobaccos, particularly if you like more the American style tobaccos or the American style cuts of flakes, or specifically the Cornell and Deal produced flakes are a little thicker, a little meatier, this and that, and you like Virginia tobaccos, I think that this would be a good option for you. If you like, the cap stands or licks, things like that, you might still like it, but you might find that the flakes are a little meatier than you're used to and that you would prefer. I opened my little baggie of Velvet, and I've been smoking that a little bit. So expect a new Codger Blend review coming soon. Also, that's my third Codger Blend, and I don't have any others, so I have to buy a couple more. So I'll probably buy 2 or 3 more here soon, so I can continue that series. Seems like people like that a lot, and I like doing it. So that's cool, and I gotta figure out which 2 or 3 blends I'm gonna go with next. And my plan is to get to all of them, or at least all the ones I know of. I know a lot of people have sent in, have commented, make sure you try this one, that one. A couple of them I hadn't thought about, so that's good. So maybe we'll dig back through the comments and see some of the ones that people posted and go from there. I know I got Sir Walter Raleigh, Prince Albert, Captain Black, Borkham Riff, all these ones. These are all things that we're still going to get to. So I would say until next time. Well, I don't know. I guess I don't really have any wise words to say. I apologize for my melancholy disposition. And yeah, stay happy. Try to stay happy. Stay healthy. And keep them lit. Keep them lit. Stay contemplative, I would say. Smoke a pipe, relax, slow down, think about life, think about what's important to you, and keep everything in perspective. Keep everything in perspective, for sure. Adios.